Well, it's hard. I'm like Joyce. It's hard for me to say this one's my favorite because they all do something differently. Just a few that off the top of my head, there's a Nicolas Cage one about genre. There's one about rickshaws as an activity system. There's one about like spilling the tea and like translingual writing. So what I think makes grassroots articles what they are and makes them so special is because they're written by students for students in the student's voice. And instead of having a topic and then making some sort of academic statement, it's like, well, here's what I'm doing in my life. Here's something real that's happening with me. And these are the ways that it's relating to the ISU writing concepts and different terms and different philosophies. So it's really cool that this journal approaches its articles from humanity and like seeing the writer as a holistic person, as a student, as a writer, as a sibling, as a child, just any sort of identity that a person wants to present in their journal, they're allowed to do. And it can be something funky, like I want to talk about Nicolas Cage, or it can be something that's, very specific and very like intimate, like rickshaw, and how that works in my country, and then what transportation's like here in America. So, yeah, I guess just the fact that there's this huge variety and it's all written by students. This isn't for any sort of academic journal in that sense. It's not, for a professor, it's just for students to help other students learn different concepts and different ideas through daily life and active real stories that people can relate to, that are real, not just hypotheticals that no one can actually relate to or live up to or experience. But we all have experienced texting or interacting with Nick Cage or watching cooking shows, baking things, looking for housing. These are topics that our readers can understand, that our readers can understand. And I think that's something that's really rare in English 101, like base texts, is that it's actually approachable and accessible and easy to read, in the sense that it's not gated information, like you can approach it and learn. Usually it's, some thick text that's like $100 with all this theory, all these like scholars and authors that you might not be familiar with, and then you use it once and then you never use it again. But with grassroots, I mean, you can constantly come back to it. You can constantly learn new things. There are a lot of interesting and fun topics that you can just sit back and play with and have fun with. So that's another thing, is that this journal's fun. It's fun to learn from. It's fun to read. It's fun to edit. It's fun to write in. And that's missing a lot in learning, and especially composition classes, is the idea of having fun and being an individual. And grassroots allows all those things.